Excellent. Well, certainly appreciate your time this morning. My name is Al Branca. I'm president of RxCut. And what I'd like to accomplish this morning is give you a brief overview of our company and our product and demo some of our technology. We're a technology company in the healthcare space, which really puts us at a huge advantage compared to some of our competitors out there in the market today. We have an award-winning pharmacy locator and pricing tool that returns real-time pricing at all our contracted pharmacies. And show you a couple card delivery options as well. In addition to the hard laminated card, we also have electronic delivery options. And put a bow on it at the end, but let you know what the benefit of our product might very well be to Goodwill Houston, not only internally, but to all those you touch as well. And then any kind of Q&A will hold to the end. If there's something that's striking as I'm speaking, feel free to stop me in my tracks, however, and I can address the question immediately. RxCut, we're known as a pharmacy benefit administrator. We're responsible for the creation, development, and distribution through various channels, healthcare savings products. Our top line product and our bread and butter since inception is a very unique pharmacy discount card, and I'll get into the nuances of that card and how it differs from the rest in just a couple of minutes. But pharmacy has become extremely important today because it represents a much larger percent of total healthcare spend. Estimated this year, 2015, it'll represent almost 26% of all the dollars spent in healthcare. That's quite a large number. We quite honestly had some anxious moments prior to the Affordable Care Act being signed into law. We didn't honestly know how Obamacare would affect our business model, but in reality, it's created a huge opportunity and a perfect storm for us because in just the last year, the average copay has increased 34%, and that is unprecedented. It's the largest jump since the inception of medication copays, and the large reason is because of rising healthcare costs. It's the only way employers can keep costs down, by raising deductibles and copays. Drug spend also increased $43 billion last year, the largest jump in over 13 years, capping out at almost $374 billion. Now, with regard to pharmacy discount cards, you're probably well aware there are several hundred of them available out there today. But the problem with all these cards is they're nothing more than private label programs that roll back to or up to just a handful of larger providers. We're one of them. All the rest are known as PBMs, pharmacy benefit managers, whose core business is working in the funded world with insurance companies administering prescription plans. And because PBMs are publicly traded entities whose only concern is shareholder value, they play spread and hold back rebates to hit their numbers and make their shareholders happy. Most importantly, all those other cards out there that roll back to PBMs are ineffective at best or worthless if you have insurance. They just don't work. And they don't want them to, because they don't want to cannibalize a core business where they're making the bulk of their revenue, and that's why all their focus is there. And the discount card space is just a money grab and really little focus, no technology, and quite honestly, their pricing doesn't compare to ours. We are a pharmacy benefit administrator. We do not work with or for insurance companies in the funded world. We only operate in the discount card space. With that said, we have no conflict offering even those with prescription benefits our significantly discounted price. When someone presents our card, they're guaranteed the absolute lowest price, whether it's their insurance copay, our significantly discounted price, or the cash price. And typically, if someone has a generic copay, $10 or higher, our discounted price will beat the copay 7 out of 10 times, and therein lies the game changer. As I mentioned, we're a technology company in the healthcare space. Our founder and CEO, Jerry Farrow, has been a pioneer in healthcare technology for better than 30 years. His first company, SimCare, was responsible for the creation of the healthcare industry's first paperless claims and billing system, revolutionized the industry overnight, increasing productivity over 300% and increasing accuracy rate from the mid-70s to about 98%. From there, Jerry went on and founded the first transparent PBM named SunRx back in 2001. SunRx was the first transparent model and was actually a true fiduciary as defined by ERISA, meaning that they put their clients' needs first. Their only revenue was their fully disclosed third-party fees and 100% pass-through of all negotiated rebates and discounts, and everyone got the same favored nation's pricing. While building SunRx, Jerry really got granular and drilled down and studied the discount card space and saw a lot of flawed products by the PBMs. So in 2008, he launched RxCut and we've been an Inc. 500 fastest growing company since inception. Once again, we only do one thing, and that's guarantee our cardholders receive the absolute lowest price at the pharmacy. I always tell the same anecdote on this slide because it really drives that point. We have pretty good health coverage with Aetna, and with that, we have a $15 generic copay through our prescription plan with Express Scripts. That's the PBM for Aetna. When Jerry was prescribed ibuprofen some months back after shoulder surgery, he took his script to the local pharmacy where they had his insurance plan on file. He handed the pharmacist the script, but Jerry's arm was in a cast, so he couldn't get to his wallet fast enough to get out the RxCut card. So in the interim, the pharmacist started to ring him up for his $15 copay. So Jerry stopped him. He got his insurance card out, turned his insurance card over on the counter, and asked the pharmacist that if I lost my insurance today, what would be your cash price, the retail price? So the pharmacist looked at him kind of funny, but he ran the numbers, and the cost was $10.99, $4 less than his insurance copay. Then Jerry handed him the RxCut card. He said, check it with this. He ran those numbers. It was $7.50, half of his copay. The point of that story is that if Jerry had the opportunity to hand the script with the RxCut card at the same time, the pharmacist would just have to run our card, because at our switch level, we'd see the copay amount, the cash price, and our price, and we always reply back, collect the lesser of all three. So when someone saves at the pharmacy with our card, everybody wins. The member saves money. If it's employer-provided insurance, the employer benefits because it's a halo effect, first of all. But secondly, it reduces claims experience that drives premiums, so it could make renewals easier. We get a piece of business. We do a revenue share with our agent or partner of record, whose group number is on that card. And the pharmacy actually benefits in three ways. One, they build client loyalty because they save their customer money. Two, even though they charge less than copay, they will net more revenue from us because we pass through all rebates and we pay the pharmacies a higher dispensing fee. The PBM is going to take out of that $15 copay about $12 back on the next adjudication. So the pharmacy is left with a lot less money by charging the client more. And the other way the pharmacy benefits is that we will never steal his customer to mail order because we don't do mail order for humans. So we keep that customer whole within the store. Our card is free, it's frictionless, we collect no personal information, we don't have an agenda to remarket or resell that, so that makes our card static by nature, which means you can use our card at CVS or Walmart or any pharmacy, and when you're done, hand the same card to 20 people in back of you in line, so it works for the entire family. It works on all FDA-approved medications, both brand and generic, with no exclusions, and it provides savings of up to 94, actually I've seen 98% off retail cost. Because we recently renegotiated our pharmacy contracts and switched processors, our average savings is about 42% off retail and about $34 in savings average per script. We also have the lowest UNC rate. Usual and customary is when the cash price is better than our price. PBM cards perform at about 30 to 40% UNC, meaning they lose to the cash price 3 or 4 out of 10 times. We're performing currently under 18%, which means our price beats the cash price more than 8 out of 10 times. So we have a much higher conversion rate. The card can be shared with anyone and used an unlimited amount of times. And unlike the PBM cards that can only benefit those with no insurance, ours helps everyone, including the underinsured, those with high deductibles, limitations, or exclusions, and anyone with a generic copay of $10 or greater should definitely check our price. And these recent examples of these adjudicated claims, these medications at these pharmacies, not only did we crush the retail price, but in every case, we came in lower than the $10 copay. We have a huge pharmacy network, over 64,000 participating pharmacies, including the major drug chains, box stores, wholesale clubs, supermarkets, and 98% of all independents are contracted within our network. Typically, the only pharmacies we're not contracted with are closed in-house hospital pharmacies and specialty compounding operations. We have a very high conversion rate because we encourage all of our members, rather than blindly walk into any pharmacy, either to call our 24/7 bilingual helpline where customer service agents can price medications at local pharmacies for our cardholders, or use our technology to find the lowest price in their area. And I'm going to demo this for you in just a couple of minutes. Our card also works on pet meds. For those meds that are pet specific, All agent sites include a mail order page for flea and tick spray or heartworm medication, where our members can experience about 30% off retail and about 10% less than online competitors, or the vast majority of scripts that are written for pets that have a human equivalent. So rather than paying $35 for Snoopy's cephalexin at the vet clinic, you can ask for the prescription, use our pricing tool, and find it for 5 times less, about $7 at your local pharmacy. We have a full graphics, marketing, and video department that can, on the fly, create customized marketing collateral and educational videos for our partners. And we are very transparent by nature. None of our competitors provide this service. They give a monthly report. We allow all of our partners daily access to see all their claims history. And I'm going to demo this for you in just a couple of minutes too, whether it be the complete thread of all the detail or just a snapshot overview to look at total numbers. At the end of the month, we share with our partners a monthly commission report, which exactly reconciles what you see in your back office, because we don't believe in skimming, which is, unfortunately, an industry term that goes around a lot. We can also create multiple group numbers. So if you had 58 different stores and you wanted to monitor the success or lack thereof, we can create multiple group numbers so you can monitor the transactions from store to store. We're not a large company. We're a small technology company, and it plays to our advantage going against the PBMs, who are quite honestly too big to get out of their own way, who have antiquated technology, and our nimbleness gives us the ability to adapt to market changes on the fly and to employ and deploy new technology the moment it becomes available. So at this point, I want to show you some of our technology. We were approached 4 years ago. After much due diligence, Google approached us and asked us to be their health partner. We ran the Google health portal when that was up. It's since been taken down, but they're still an integral part of our mission because they power our pharmacy search engine and our pricing tool. This is a typical branded or replicated site. Epilepsy Foundation, Alicia, who put this call together, is doing a great job knocking each one down, and they're coming on board one after another, because we have the ability to show them seizure medications, what our discounted cost is compared to retail, and the savings are just astronomical. So the 2 main reasons people would visit the site, one is to get additional cards, and there's a few different delivery methods. If someone clicks print card, it will print page unlimited cards with that partner's unique group number. Or through our latest technology, they can simply put in their mobile number, click text card, and within a minute it will download a high-resolution image of this card right to the smartphone. So the card is not even physically needed. They can also ask for the card to be emailed or request bulk cards. And we get a lot of hits on this since we've added this recently. The main reason someone goes to the site is to use our pricing tool. And basically how it works, you would type in just a couple letters of the medication. When that medication appears, you select it and then select the right dosage. So it will be 10 milligrams of lisinopril. At this point, it will show me what the brand equivalent is as well, but we'll stick with 10 milligrams. And assuming I take 1 a day for 30 days, I'll click Add this medication quantity to the list. And Alma, if you could tell me your local zip code there.
It's 77055.
So once I type the zip code in, Houston, Texas, it will give me all the local pharmacies sorted from lowest to highest price. And this is real-time pricing. Any of our competitors that have any pricing technology, they have an average pricing, so you don't know what the real price is at a particular pharmacy until you get there. This exercise, basically, we just did a test adjudication. So once I typed in the medication, the quantity and dosage, and the zip code, it drills down right to the MAC list and contract level at each pharmacy. So if I went to any of these pharmacies today, the exact price is what I'm going to pay that's shown on this page. Our ability to do multiple medications at once is very unique, which no one else can do as well. I can type in 20-some medications if I'm taking that many, save them all to the same list, and then do a search again. And I can actually expand that search to 50 pharmacies. I'll do 30. So if I click on Walmart, oh yeah, it's not going to, it usually, because of this browser, it's not showing me, but it will actually break out the cost of each medication over here. But the browser I'm using doesn't allow me to do that. So it goes from a low of $15.40 to a high of $148.45. So the ability to show our cardholders where the lowest price is huge and gives us a very, very large conversion rate. Because if I had a $15 copay, I'm going to save on both my meds at Walmart, and I'm not going to do that at CVS. The other page I want to show you was our transparency as far as claims. So each morning we update our claims at 9:30 Eastern and give our partners access to see all their claims. I could run a date range or the day before, so I'll just do a month to date, and that will be through yesterday. When I click that, this is the total transaction thread. It'll show me the group number, the name, the date it was filled, paid or reversed. Now, reversed means that the claim was adjudicated at one point in time, but for various reasons was backed out. So maybe the client never showed up to pick up the drug, so it was re-inventoried, or when they came in, they used a different form of payment, maybe their copay, or they just didn't purchase it. We know as a fact, 32% of all scripts that are written are never filled, and the largest reason is cost. So it will show me the status, paid or reversed, the drug name, whether it's brand or generic. It'll give me the quantity, the day supply, UNC, that's usual and customary. Typically when we lose to the cash price, it's a $4 generic at Walmart because the client always wins. They get the lowest price regardless of who that lowest price is from. It'll show me the retail price, what the member paid, what they saved in dollars and percentage, and all the pharmacy information as well. The only thing you won't see is the client name. And some of our savings are incredible. On this particular medication, which I can't even pronounce, the retail price was $104. Our member paid under $10, and they saved over $94 or almost 91%. Here's another huge savings right here too at the same store. Oh, it's the same drug, just two different scripts. So that's how our pricing tool works. And once again, your reporting as well. But once again, going back to that pricing tool, that is real-time pricing. So a member never has a bad experience when they get to the pharmacy and hand that card in. So the value proposition to your organization, well, it provides a tremendous form of outreach to all individuals and pets with absolutely no downside because the members always guaranteed the lowest price. It really aligns with a part of your mission statement, improving the lives of individuals, families, and communities by helping them better afford their medications. Our program certainly can help build your brand awareness as we can customize your cards and site to display your logo. And internally, I know that the gentleman who was there and left was excited about having our card given out to the employees as well, because it can help lower internal healthcare costs by reducing claims experience and certainly increase medication compliance. And in the world of healthcare today, physicians and health systems are being capitated and either punished or rewarded on the amount of their patients they can keep out of acute care. So if our card can better help Mr. Jones afford his atorvastatin, which is Lipitor, there's less likely that he'll have a stroke and wind up in acute care. And it also will create a unique fundraiser through residual income, as we will pay Goodwill Houston $1.50 donation per paid claim. So you make money by helping people. It's the best of all worlds. And at this point, I'll open it up for any Q&A, Alma.
One question that I had was, what other Goodwills have signed up with you all?
We have one in Delaware County that's been with us for quite some time. Let me see. Yeah, Goodwill, Delaware and Delaware County. They've been a partner of ours, I think, since the inception of the company. Their revenue has actually dipped over time because I think they don't really give the card out any longer, but at one point in time, they were getting a pretty hefty check every month. I think they've had some turnover there. We're actually contracted with most of the major nonprofits, including United Way, Salvation Army, Ronald McDonald House, American Red Cross, because our card it perfectly aligns with most mission statements for nonprofits all nonprofits. Their main mission is to conduct business for the good of the general public, and our card certainly helps get that message out.
Right. And thank you. Is there a contact person at the Delaware that you work with primarily?
I think our contact is no longer there. That's why the card's not getting pushed, to be honest with you. But I can get you some other nonprofit references if you'd like.
Sure. What about some organizations here in Houston? Who has signed up?
Well, I know one for a fact is Epilepsy Foundation. They recently came on board.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get Alicia. I think she's muted. Hold on. Hey, Alicia, you there?
Yeah. The Epilepsy Foundation of Texas in Houston had signed up, oh gosh, what was it, Al, about 4 or 5 months ago?
Yeah, and they're still building. They're getting claims on a pretty continual basis, though. You do work with a lot of clinics too, don't you, Alicia?
I do, and just also the Epilepsy Foundations, because the Texas is actually the chairman of a lot of the other foundations around the country. They're all falling in line because they're seeing the progress that Texas has been making, and I'm happy to share some reports with you so you can see what they're doing. And also, what was there was who else was I'm drawing a blank. Oh, somebody at your Goodwill of Houston has already contacted somebody in Delaware, and I don't know if that was Daryl or if that was Steve Loughborough that talked to the Delaware County already. But they
that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they've already reached out, and this is before Daryl left. And I don't know who it was that they contacted in Delaware, but I'll try and research that so that you guys can get that information. But that contact has already been established, and I'll just have to try and find out. I don't know if there's any of Daryl's notes around that, or maybe Steve did it or his secretary did it, but somebody in the office there has already reached out to Delaware County.
Okay, well, I can check with Steve when I see him. But yeah, if you have, I guess, references in Houston that we can call and just ask them questions, that would be great.
I will be happy to do that. Just to let you know, the coordinator there, she's, as you guys are well aware, they're overworked and underpaid, so it might take some time to get her to get back with you. But I'll certainly reach out to her to have her give you a call, okay?
Sure, that's fine. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm in the meeting for work, but after this is over, I'm going to get dressed.
So the one question I had, I know that the gentleman that was there in HR and who since left was real excited about internal distribution. Do you know what your generic copay is for your plan for your employees?
No, I personally don't. I know that Callie would probably know that, but I guess she doesn't have access to answer that right now. But because she's offsite, she's technically off today, but she's graciously calling or viewing the webinar online. I don't have that information, but I could look it up.
Yeah, for some reason, $15 is sticking in my head, either $15 or $20. And if that's the case, then our card can provide a huge value to the employees and then obviously help reduce claims experience, which, once again, that's what drives your premiums. So internally, I think there's a nice play there, as well as volunteers. But I think the big play is probably workforce development and your retail stores to be able to do distribution at that level.
Okay. Yes. So no, I appreciate that information, and I know that the recommendation would have to come from human resources because this falls within their scope, and then they'll make the recommendation to Steve, and then Steve will let us know what his blessings are.
Sure. Any other questions at this point?
Have you already submitted all the, I guess, like the application and the bottom line cost involved with this subscription?
The only cost is the cost of cards, and we're able to deliver 5,000 cards that are very high quality, UV coated, 4-color, branded with your logo, via UPS in a 17-pound box for $50.
Okay.
So basically, the net cost is a penny a card, including shipping. So it's very minimal.
Very nice. Okay.
And as far as the agreement, Alicia, have you forwarded an agreement to them yet?
No, I have not.
Agreement? Okay, you want to definitely get that to them.
And there is
that would be.
I just wanted to let you know there is no, because you're a 501c, you're not required to pay any upfront costs to sign up.
Yeah, a typical agent pays $199 as a business opportunity, but since you're a nonprofit, we waive that.
Okay, that is good to know. Yeah, the agreement would be nice to have, and that way myself and Agent Webbraden, who's the HR vice president, will take a look at that and then see if there's anything that we need to ask before bring it over to Steve for his review.
Great, and what I'll do is I'll get this formatted correctly, this recording, upload it to YouTube, and send you a link so you can share it with anyone else internally who needs to see it.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. If there's no other questions.
The only question I have have you approached any of the homeless coalitions in the different states, because I can see that this would be a good resource for their clientele.
Yeah, and I think we have a few of them on board. I think the problem there is that most of those people are Medicaid, and when you're on Medicaid, you're not paying anything. And a lot of people who are in that situation just don't take their medicine anyway. So we haven't had a lot of success there, to be quite honest with you.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much.
You're very welcome, and I appreciate your time. Have a great Thanksgiving, and look for that email coming probably early this afternoon, if not late this morning, with the link for the playback.
That sounds good. Happy Thanksgiving as well. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye.